On Miklov's Kitchen today, I'll be creating a Russian-inspired theme centred on Zakuski, which are light bites just like tapas. I'm sure this show will give you some alternative ideas to share, so give them a try, and here's what we're making. Well, the first one, salad Neptune. It is so easy, this one is. I've started with a bowl of prawns. And you mix in some crab meat. I've used about 3-4 sticks, which I've just chopped up. And a dollop of mayonnaise. And then you mix it around. When you've mixed all of that together, just do a drizzle of lemon. Not too much, just like a little squirt. Then put a bit of salt and pepper in. Not too much. You mix it again. And then add some cockles. I've dried them first anyway to get some of the vinegar off. And you just garnish them with that. And that's what it should look like. Next is the OLIVIER salad, and there's plenty of different variations for this anyway. So what I tend to use is a bowl of salad potatoes, 1 large carrot, just more or less a bowl, a bowl of cooked ham, and a bowl of sweet corn. And you mix it in. And then you add some mayonnaise, just like a big dollop of it. And you just gently mix it around. Then when you're happy with the consistency, you just season it with some salt and some pepper. And then once you've done that, this is optional, but I quite like it, just sprinkle some parsley over. And give it one more mix. And that's that. And this one's salad KURITSA, or chicken salad. And this is really straightforward as well. What I've already done, I've roasted a breast and a half of chicken in butter and mixed herb. So that goes into there. And again, it's just a case of mixing stuff. And then sweet corn. A bowl of chopped spring onion, quite chunky. And half a cucumber. I've peeled half of it and I've left the skin on the other half, but that's really up to you. And you mix it for a bit. And again, add some more mayonnaise, a big dollop of that, about that much. And season with a bit of pepper. And you just start to mix it. And you just carry on mixing until it gets to that consistency. You can boil up a couple of eggs and chop them up and stick it in here, and also grate a little bit of garlic as well. But as I'm preparing this a day in advance, I'm not bothering doing either of that because I don't think it'll keep too well with the eggs and stuff like that, and plus the fact the garlic will stink out my fridge. And that is the chicken salad. And finally, we have the baked mushrooms in cream sauce. There's a two-way cooking process to this. To begin with, I've melted a big knob of butter in with a tablespoon of olive oil. So put the mushrooms in. I've used 330 grams of mushrooms. I've just chopped them into quarters. So they go into the pan first, just to be cooked, I guess. The mushrooms have been cooking on a medium heat now for about 5 minutes, so they're kind of like golden brown. And then I add a bowl of chopped red onion, some salt, some pepper, and a sprinkling of garlic powder, about that much, 1/4 teaspoon. You mix that in and you cook again for another 5 minutes. At this point, before we add the cream, we just add a sprinkling of plain flour, just to thicken up the juices. I think that's about a teaspoon or tablespoon of flour, and then you just very slowly just mix the flour in. Just to avoid all the lumps. And then at this point, turn the heat right down, and then you add about 300 mils of sour cream. And you just very gently mix it in, just to avoid it curdling and going a funny, yucky type of consistency. Well, the mushrooms in the cream sauce are cooking on the stove for about 5 minutes anyway, on a very low heat, and I've just started to decant them into some small baking pots. So, and then for the final piece, I've grated some cheese and sprinkle it over the top. I've also set the oven to 175 degrees Celsius. So these are going to be baking in the oven for about 20 minutes, just to brown all the cheese off and just to give it that crispy edge. So I'm going to shove these in the oven now to cook for about 20 minutes. Well, the baked mushrooms have now finished cooking anyway, so I'm leaving those in the oven to cool down because they're a bit too hot at the moment to get them out to show you properly. But that's it, baked mushroom in cream sauce.